Well, it's the end of November, which means for a lot of people, it's the end of National Novel Writing Month. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about my writing routine and how I try to write every day. There are exceptions. I should say that I didn't really do much writing in November. It was a difficult month personally, plus a little bit writing-wise. I basically realized that the short story I was working on had a lot of problems and needed to be re-outlined, and then some personal things came up, and it's just been a little difficult to get back into it. But that's not an excuse. But it is, but it shouldn't be. It's not. It is, it's not. So instead I want to talk about what my ideal writing routine is and what I try to aim for. My goal is to write 1,000 words every day, and I'm pretty lucky because I can usually do that in about an hour. I'm a pretty fast drafter, and that's helped a lot by the fact that I outline. I know what I want to do in a scene, so I have a pretty good sense of what to do with it. When I sit down to write, there are times when I kind of have a hard time getting the ball rolling, but usually after an hour and a half, really no more than 2 hours, I can get in 1,000 words. And that's my whole goal, just 1,000 words a day. I have a reminder that goes off at 10 a.m. every day to sit down and write. Now, I was at my most effective this summer. For about a month, I wrote just about every day, at least every weekday, and that's my goal. I don't really want to write on weekends. I mean, I can, but I'd rather not. The reason I was so effective this summer is because I was doing it with my roommate. We were sitting down and we were writing every day at 10, every weekday. And the reason I was so effective this summer is because I was doing it with my roommate. We were sitting down every weekday at 10 a.m. and writing. I think that's important. I think it's something that you need to do. You need to say, this is the time I'm writing, and this is what I'm going to accomplish. I would write until I had 1,000 words. I might go over, I probably would go over, but sometimes I would go way over, and that would be okay. But I wouldn't get up until I'd written 1,000. And you'll notice why that was successful. It's because I had accountability. I intended to vlog about it, and I never ended up doing that. But that was the whole point of the AuthorTube channel. One of the goals was accountability. I would be saying how much I was writing, and I haven't been doing that. But that was okay this summer because I was sitting down with my roommate and we were writing and we were keeping each other accountable. Now, we've talked about this before, but it's important to bear in mind, this is an unusual time. These are, as we so often hear, unprecedented times. So it's important to go easy on yourself. There will be days, sometimes there will be months where you are not able to be a writer. But as long as you are keeping yourself okay and maintaining your sanity and being good to other people and staying safe and being healthy as best you can, that's all we can ask of you. There are days that you don't feel like a writer. And under ordinary circumstances, we would say, buck up, get out there, do the work. But there's a pandemic going right now. There was a pretty important presidential election here in the United States. There are protests in unprecedented numbers against police brutality and counter-protests from people who apparently like things just the way they are. There's a lot going on, and if you are not in the place you need to be to do writing, you need to be okay with that. You need to allow yourself that. People are being evicted and struggling with money, and I understand, and we all understand, and we all need to understand. But I am, generally speaking, in an okay place, financially, health-wise, mentally, I'm doing okay. I've come to terms with this new normal. It still hits me in waves. It still hits me in weird ways. The wedding day that we had scheduled, October 10th, that was a tough day for me. That was much harder than I was expecting it to be, and that kind of knocked me for a loop. Plus other personal things going on, we have other obligations that we have to meet as human beings. And right now it's an important time to do those things. But my hope is that by the end of 2020, I will have learned how to cope with that and how to manage those things and still try to be a productive writer. Because it doesn't necessarily look like things are going to change. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they change very, very quickly. But I am mentally preparing myself for another year of COVID, of quarantine, of a pandemic. So I need a routine. I need a writing routine. So every day at 10 a.m., I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do it every day, hopefully without fail. And I'm probably gonna live stream it. Starting in 2021, I'm probably gonna turn on my camera and have it running while I write, because then you'll know. You'll know that I've been writing, and you'll know whether or not I've been writing more accurately. Because you need a writing partner. You need accountability. I function really well for these 1 hour bursts. Hopefully people will be willing to join me. Maybe this is not right for your routine. Maybe you work during the day. I don't. I was gonna say lucky. That doesn't feel like the word. But I have an opportunity to focus on my writing, and I'm wasting it. I mean, I'm doing other things. I'm working on renovations and other things are going on, but I could be doing more. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to focus and do some more writing. Now, we're going to talk at the end of the year about what my goals are, what videos I'm working on, what novels and short stories I'm working on, and all of that. But for the sake of argument, let's say none of that matters. Let's say all that matters is every day, Monday through Friday, at 10 a.m., I write for an hour, or I write until I have 1,000 words. Let's start with that. Because I think that's what I need to do. And hopefully you will join me. And hopefully I get a job and I have to change that and start doing it at the end of the day or the first thing in the morning. That would be the best problem to have. Right now, I don't see that change coming. So, and I don't say that to try to be hard on myself or feel discouraged, although I am and I do, but I'm just trying to be realistic, practical. It's a tough job market right now. I hope it changes, but I don't see that happening in real time. Boy, this video is kind of a bummer, huh? But it's not going to stay a bummer because I'm telling you that I'm going to write for 1,000 words every day and, well, Monday through Friday for 2021. Probably not on holidays. Hopefully not on holidays. Maybe on holidays. And I'm going to finish some projects. We'll talk about that in a couple of weeks, but for now, that's my goal. That's how I want to be a writer. That's what I want to be as a writer. Part of the reason I started this video was so that I would have accountability for writing every day, and I haven't been doing it. I haven't been holding up my end of the job. I haven't been committing to it. Now, again, I think 2020 was a bad year for a lot of people. I'm already talking about it like it's in the past tense, and it's not. It's an easy trap to fall into. We've got another month of 2020. More bad things could happen. I don't know if worse things could happen, but I don't want to... We'll see. But what's important is that I think we have learned something. I think the people who have made it through 2020 have learned how to cope with this major change, this huge new status quo. At least I think I have, or at least I am learning. I think I need to learn by the end of 2020 because starting 2021, I have a lot I want to get done. In the meantime, please, if you like the video, hit the like button and let me know that you do. And leave a comment below. Let me know how your writing routine is going. My writing routine is to write 1,000 words every day. I'm not doing it. How about you? Are you in the same boat? When do you say you're going to write, and have you been doing it? If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I have a goal to try to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Once I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away a free Audible book to one of my subscribers. More on that if it happens. Hopefully it does. And ring that bell. I don't have a contest for that. Just please ring the bell. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, Victoria.